Hello everyone. So today we got a different style of video. I'm not going to be talking to a camera today, but instead I am going to be doing a trade recap of the trades that I took on my live account that I recently started a couple weeks ago. I was just waiting for March to actually start this challenge. Yeah, I deposited 10K. I'm trying to see what I can flip it into by the end of the year. Hopefully, I don't do any withdrawals. I want to keep it all transparent. I want to show all my wins. I want to show all my losses. And yeah, I'm just going to be doing like a little journal on YouTube and on my TikTok, just documenting all the trades that I'm going to be taking. And yeah, my plan is I'm going to be doing like a weekly trade recap starting from next week. I wanted to make this video because, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing this and show you guys like the last two trades that I took. Took one today, took one yesterday, and yeah, let's get into it. All right. So we will be starting off with Sunday's trade. Yes, Sunday, Sunday. Okay, and the reason why I traded Sunday is because Trump actually came out with some big crypto news. And we saw like a massive pump with Bitcoin, Solana, all these other coins, Ethereum. So we saw a big pump, and there is a little bit of a correlation between Nasdaq futures specifically and Bitcoin. So I was expecting Sunday to gap up, and what I wanted was to short to a gap fill, to fill the gap that was created. Okay, and that is exactly what happened. We created a gap, and we ended up filling the gap completely. So I will now show you guys the trade that I took. Okay. We should first go to the higher time frame. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. And what we have here is a 5-minute bullish gap created. Okay. So we see price push up. Then we see a rejection, probably off some like 15-minute gap somewhere here. I don't know. But like, let's say like this is a 15-minute gap, right? See a little rejection off of it. Okay. See price pushing lower. Okay. And I wanted to get in off a 5-minute inverse. Okay. This did not end up happening. I was a little bit scary. I was a little bit scared because, it was a Sunday. I wasn't trying to lose on a Sunday and when the week hasn't even officially started, basically. So I was waiting for it. I see this fat 5-minute close, which is confirming this inverse. But I didn't want to enter here because the RR wouldn't have been the best. So I see this 5-minute fair value gap, this bearish 5-minute fair value gap, which actually creates a BPR. And what I'm looking for is a retrace into this BPR and a rejection off of it. And that is exactly what happens. But unfortunately, I did not get my entry here because I was waiting for a nice rejection. Then I would find an entry. And that is what happened, right? So now I'm going to go to the lower time frame to find my entry. If I can scroll to it. Okay, here we go. All right. So yes, this is where the rejection happens. We see this fat 1-minute bullish fair value gap get absolutely disrespected, get a close here. Again, I didn't want to enter here because the RR would not have been the best. So I'm waiting for a little retracement, and I end up taking an entry at this candle right here, okay? My stop will be above this 5-minute BPR, this wick right here. And I'm targeting not the entire gap fill, unfortunately. I should have, but I didn't want to take the risk and get stopped out at break even if, because my entry was kind of low. But yeah, I just didn't want to risk it. That would have been like 80 points. Damn. It's fine though. It's not that big of a deal. Still caught $1,100 on that trade. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me show you guys that this is actually a live account. Okay. I'm on Tradeovate right now. Live account number. All live account number starts with 1, and I'm showing my entire account number. So, yeah, full transparency. But you guys may be wondering, why is this not 15,000 and this is 10,000? Because I am waiting on a 5K deposit from Tradeovate. It should come tomorrow, maybe the day after. I'm waiting on it, but I decided to start the challenge now. But yes, it is still a 10K challenge, not a 5K challenge. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, basically I did double my account, so I flipped from 5K to 10K. So we're already starting off pretty well, right? Okay, now let's go back into the trade that I actually took. Okay, so I took this entry because I see, a retracement and then I see a down close candle. So I'm like, okay, I'll take an entry here. And I would have gone break even at this low, but I instead went break even at this swing low. And the reason why I went break even here and not here is because, look, if my entry was like right here, something like right here off of this 5-minute BPR rejection, and like my stop was maybe like here, right? Let's say this was my entry somewhere here. I would have gone break even at this low, okay? That is because after seeing this close, like after seeing this getting taken out, I don't expect price to come back and try to retest this BPR because it already got tested. We see a nice rejection, and there's no reason for price to go back up here. And if it does, that means the trade idea is invalidated because we take out this low, and there's just no reason for price to go back up here. Okay, but I didn't go break even at this low with my actual entry because I didn't want to risk getting stopped out. Because look what happens, right? We take out this low, we retrace to my entry, and I would have gotten stop break even if I went break even, but I didn't because my entry was kind of low. So instead I went break even at this low because this is another swing low and another target, and I'm confident after this low gets taken, there's no reason for price to go back up anywhere above this low because these both got taken out and we have these strong displacement candles. So I can confidently go break even here. My bad. Okay, so I see this happen and I'm like, okay, yeah, my target is going to get hit, which was this right here. And yes, that did end up playing. That was trade number 1. Now let's go to Monday's trade. All right, there we go. Okay. So now on to trade number 2. Okay. I was going into this day very bullish, right? So I see 630 open. I see it dump into this hourly fair value gap right here. And I see a nice reaction. Okay. See a dump, not that one. This one right here. I see a dump into this hourly fair value gap. I see a nice reaction, drop down to the lower time frame. 1 minute. 1 minute time frame. Oh my god. Okay. 630 dumps, taps into this hourly fair value gap, and we see a push higher. Okay. See a push higher, then we see this. And what I wanted specifically was a close above these highs right here. I wanted a 5-minute close. And I wanted a 5-minute close because what I was targeting is this 4-hour gap right here. This 4-hour gap, big 4-hour gap. Okay, I like that reaction. I see this 5-minute gap, or sorry, these highs. I wanted to see a 5-minute close above these highs right here. And what I wanted to see, we push up after closing above here, little retracement, and then we go into this gap. But that didn't end up happening. And I see a fat reaction off of taking these highs right here. So I instantly flipped bearish. And what I targeted instead was the candle that tapped the hourly gap. Okay, I see this 1-minute inverse right here, and I didn't want to get an entry right here because we're pretty early into open, right? We're like 5 minutes into open at this point, and honestly, anything could happen. My trade idea could have been invalidated, and we could have just went back and taken these highs. So I wait a little bit. I waited for this candle. We edge the low right here and we push back up. So I'm like, okay, hold on, gotta wait a little bit. But I see this gap created right here, this little gap right here, and we get a tap into this bearish gap, and then I see instant rejection, just an instant rejection off of this. Now I'm getting more confident in taking this, especially because we edged this low and now we're pushing down. So I take an entry right here, put 5 contracts in because of how confident I was. My stop will be above this wick, and I'm targeting this low right here. Okay, I could have held, I could have made a shit ton of money. It is what it is. Damn, could have targeted like Asian lows. I think Asian lows were somewhere here. Yeah, that could have been like 200 points. Okay, but yeah, this ended up hitting in like literally less than a minute. Okay, this trade lasted maybe like 2 minutes, like a minute and 30 seconds tops. Okay, and yeah, I was pretty confident in this trade because we did not close. Five min failure to close above highs. Okay, we didn't see that. CFI rejection. I take this entry right here, and boom, we take out this low. And I made around 4,000 on that trade, so that puts me at a total P&L for the 2 days, 5.1K. And yeah, this was a very good trade. I would have taken this many, many times. And yeah, so those were the 2 trades of the week so far. I will get into how I trade later in a later video, but I hope you guys found this video useful, informational. I didn't want to make this video too long. It's already 15 minutes. So yeah, let me know what other types of videos you guys want. Let me know what you guys are struggling with, what I can help you with, and yeah.